O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now Benjamin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Stay there. Stay there. 390. Cross correct.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Wide. Get wide. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Under 10. 10. Slam.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
180. I brought 80.
Let's get off the field, D. Six guys.
Check 6. Cluster. Load it.
58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic.
Bravo.
Defense, let's go.
From the gun, Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On 2nd and goal, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
And the
hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Blue.
Mike, check 33.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, 18.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Here we go.
From the 38, Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, alert.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear. On the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
Now it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy.
Play action now. Rivers. Benjamin's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go.
A gain of 22 yards.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Red!
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
180! Go!
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Pick the edge. Go. Rush in.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Leg 390, 190. Keep it skinny. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Split.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. On 1st down, Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, D.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rivers now. Completes it to Benjamin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, 79! 79!
Play fake. Rivers. Allen's got it complete. Powering his way forward. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
You better be afraid of me. Shoot! Shoot! Slam! Slam! Slam!
On play action, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Easy, easy. Check that, check that. Shoot, shoot. Switch. Zero.
Throwing again. Rivers. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. 1, 2. Let's get it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Joker. Check.
Again, it's Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Bears 14. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You got tight right there. Check nickel.
Hey, ready, sweetheart.
They go play action. Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Watch the slant. Check 99. Check 99. Slant.
25. Orange 5-4.
Check 25.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
To me, the defense is looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Get up. 180.
On first down, Trubisky completes it to Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Quick pass out to Miller. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 35 on second down, Trubisky. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Set 180. Clock 11.
What we got?
Wait, 89.
Operating from the gun. Rivers, complete. It's Henry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. He's coming. We got double up.
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Kill. Turn up.
Rivers on 1st down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Down to about the 22 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Stay there. 380. Watch red.
Switch. Bang. Switch.
Throwing Rivers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston, and the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans have got it in cruise control right now, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Hey, 18.
You ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Set 180. Set 180. 59.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
65.
To throw is Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Hey. 12.
Check. Crunch. Watch out.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. He's got Allen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, Rivers. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Second down and goal. Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Rivers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Once again, it's Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a carry for Jacobs. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Say 180. Hey, bro, 80. Like the 59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Rivers on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.